While they're taking up the offering up here, you may be seated, I'm sorry. Do we have anybody visiting with, I know there's a lot of visitors. Do we have anybody visiting with us for the first time? Would you just raise up your hand, please? Could we get a visitor's card out here? Somebody over here got the cards coming around. Just keep your hands raised. We would just like your email, make sure it's on there, and we're not trying to take you out of any church. We have events like this all the time, and we have camp meetings, and so we would like to email you that a camp meeting would be coming or something, and, you know, there's hands over here. There's some hands up here. Can we have some cards? Please give us some cards right here to these people. We won't keep them long. Back here in the back, make sure they get a card. Back here in the back, hands raised over there, get them some cards. Hand right in front of you, don't miss anybody's hand. There's a lady right here and a man over there. Want to make sure they get a card in their hand. Before Michelle comes, I'm going to introduce her in just a moment. Her and her husband over here, fine, very fine couple. We got a chance to meet them, and you're going to really enjoy them bringing the Word of God to you today. I'm interested in the signs of the times, and she's going to be talking about some of the signs of the times. How many of y'all know that the signs of the times are rapidly approaching and nobody is looking? I'm going to tell you this again. The signs of the time are rapidly approaching, and very few people are looking. Very few people are looking for the coming of the Lord. The Bible clearly says only those that are looking for my coming will be taken in the rapture. Only those that are looking for my appearance. Now, he sent signs, so you don't have an excuse. The first sign that he sent, and I'm just going to be briefly, and we're going to sing this song, we're going to introduce them, was a sign that he sent in February of this year. The first time, only the third time in history has it ever occurred, and that was the birth of a red heifer. A red heifer is very significant if you study biblical history at all, if you study the Bible at all, because they cannot go back into temple sacrifice worship until they have the red heifer. There's only been 3. One of them was born this February that would allow them to go into the worship that they need to go into. A sign that was coming. The next sign, and I'm going to be preaching about this in the future, you want to hear it, is the 4 blood moons. The 4 blood moons are coming about in April of this next year, starting in April the 15th and going through the year to September in 2015. There'll be 4 blood moons. That's only happened 3 times. Go back and look it up. You can look it up in NASA. NASA has a record of it. If you don't believe me, Google up blood moons, NASA, and they will tell you the events. It happened in 1492. It started with tears and ended with joy. It was called a year of expulsion. Not talking about Columbus. I'm talking about when the Jews were kicked out of Spain. Just talking about that year. But they were rebirthed because Columbus found America and made it a home for everybody to come into. And so now the Jewish people could go to America. I want you to think about this. In 1948, over 6 million Jews was executed. But in 1948, the joy of the Lord came when they went back to their homeland. And Israel became a free nation. How many of you know God cares about Israel? Don't ever think that he doesn't. God is coming for a people. 1967 was a year of tears and a year of joy. Israel was attacked by the 6-day war. Many of y'all know that. Israel was attacked by the 6-day war, and God stepped upon the scene and with miracles overcame them to where they defeated the enemy and didn't cost them a thing. That was the year they moved back to Jerusalem. And the Bible clearly states, until Jerusalem is founded and goes back to the Jews, then I will, get ready, I will appear. I'm coming back. I'm not saying that he's coming, that's the rapture of the church. I'm just telling you the 4 blood moons are very significant. Just like money is very significant. We don't study money. There's two things that the church don't talk about. We don't talk about sex, and we don't talk about money, and we want both. That's about as plain as I can be, folks. That's about what it is. And I know I'm mainstream, and I know that, but everybody wants this over here, and nobody wants to say it because this is a church. Signs of the times. There's a song that says, if you want some of God, you got to reach out and grab him. I love that song. If you want some ministry, you got to reach out and grab it. You just can't sit here in a church and get ready for what she is prepared to give to you today and sit back there and say,